Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Shining Empathy. My name is Joel, and this is your weekly reading for September 5th to the 11th, 2016. So, just a recap of what I do during these readings. It's a 3-card spread that I pull for the week. Strength, Heart, and Challenge. The deck I'm using is, again, the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra and Taylor. Last week we had, I used a different deck entirely. I just felt like the healing energy was needed. We needed more healing messages. So I decided to go with one that had mostly, was very, very targeted towards healing messages. This week, however, I feel like maybe the first wave has maybe passed of what we were going through. And I think that maybe we'll just get back to the usual messages from these cards here. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. And I'm just setting the intention that this is for anyone who is watching this video, that they connect with the messages. What do we need to know for the week ahead? Strength. Actually, let me just pull the camera down here. La, 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 la. Perfect. Okay, so strength. So I wondered about this. All right, so we've come to the end of a cycle. This is sort of like, I don't know if any of you actually out there read cards, but traditional tarot, there is a card called the Death card. And this card would be sort of like a reimagining of the Death card, Victory. So the idea to it is that a cycle has come to an end. Old patterns, habits, whatever it is that you were doing, maybe a project you were working on, something you were going through, an emotional time, whatever it is, has come to an end, much like the Death card. Victory, however, wants us to focus much more on the celebration of our achievements. We made it. We've come this far, and there is more on the horizon. Okay? So being in our strength spot this week, I believe that's just giving that card more power, that really focus on your achievements right now. Okay? I think when we focus on our achievements, we gain strength for ourselves. We see what we've achieved, we see what we've accomplished, and that it can motivate us, it can empower us to do more. All right, Heart. He was on the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling. Man holding heart. So this guy is, I always call him the lover of the deck. He is a romantic. He is very personable. He's very family oriented. He is very heart-centered. Okay? In the heart spot this week, I think that what we need to do is embody those qualities. We really need to seek those out in ourselves. So, get more in touch with your family, or, if there's stuff going on with your family, don't just put it on the back burner. It's time to deal with those things. It's definitely tied into love and relationships as well. So if those have been neglected, by all means, give it some needed attention. He's also extremely grounded as well, and I think I've mentioned, it's something that I'll always keep saying because I just feel like in this world, one of the things we really lack right now is grounding. But he's very grounded, and I don't know if you can see there, but he's sitting under a tree right at the base, the roots. And there is no more grounded a place to possibly be, I think, physically in a picture, in my mind. Trees are excellent grounding methods. You can just touch a tree and it will provide a sense of grounding. And just sitting at the base of a tree can just be a very strong grounding experience. Shoes off and bare feet on the ground side, just sitting at the base of a tree is very, very, very powerful. So I think grounding is also in there as well in order to really get in touch with what's going on in our hearts this week. Okay, so dealing with family stuff, and if there's no stuff going on with the family, then just kind of maybe reaching out to the family right now. Again, he's very heart-centered, so just kind of staying in touch with your emotions this week. Okay. Not that that's something that we should ever not be doing, but a lot of us do neglect it. But let's try and embody his traits. Okay. Now, in the challenge spot this week, journey. So I feel like there's a couple different cards in the deck that could potentially be talking about a spiritual journey or an energetic journey or an emotional journey. I don't see this card usually as any of those things. This card to me is a physical journey. I feel like it's kind of like, especially in our challenge spot, we're getting this message that like we need to plan a trip or we need to do something. Maybe some of us are reluctant to make a move right now, a physical move, whether it's in career or whether it's our place of residence, or if we're putting off booking a trip. Maybe we're putting off booking a trip with family. Whatever it is, it's in our challenge spot this week and we're going to have a hard time doing it, but it sounds like it is something that we need to do. So once we get in touch with more of these traits, I think maybe it will be a little bit easier to do whatever this is for all of you out there. Whether this is last minute vacations or what have you, but this is a physical, pack your bags, you're going somewhere. Even if that's, if it's moving, vacation, or even just, I'm gonna go and crash at my friend's place for one night. It could be any of those things, okay? And in our challenge spot, it means that there's a reluctance about it. It means we don't wanna go, but we're probably gonna go anyway, or we weren't planning to go. So it might be a little bit jarring. Anytime that we have to go somewhere and we weren't planning to go, it can be very sudden and uprooting in that sense. It can just be very disorienting even. So let's just all be mindful of what that could be for us this week, okay? And I think that is it for this week's reading. Back up here. Perfect. Okay. So I hope you guys connected with something from that reading, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shining Empathy. And I'm on Instagram and Facebook as well, at Shining Empathy, and Twitter. And until next week, everybody, and I think actually the full moon is coming up by then, so I'll be releasing both the videos for the weekly and the full moon, so looking forward to that. And until then, love and light to you all. Bye for now.